Welcome to week 6 of SFLM action as Lexington hosts the San Jose Flight. We are in for an absolute barn burner as the Miners desperately try to keep up with the Joneses, as it were, and win tonight's game. They still need Nashville to lose to secure a playoff spot for themselves, but San Jose is looking to play upset. I am Alex West, and here in the booth with me is none other than the esteemed Mark Lopez. Mark, how are you doing tonight?
Doing very well. Looking forward to this game where there are some playoff implications at play. So I guess for both teams, you mentioned San Jose trying to play spoiler here. Lexington, I'm sure, are going to try to put out all the guns they have.
For sure. Something to watch is to see exactly whose offense gets going and whose defense reigns supreme tonight. It's something that'll keep us on the edge of our seats up here in the broadcast booth, and I don't think anyone at home is going to need the back of your seats either. Lexington will be kicking off to San Jose to start this ball game. Hand is up, and here we go. Turn up the middle to the 31-yard line, and that will be Ed Williams, wide receiver of San Jose Flight. Let's introduce the entire offense, shall we? Quarterback number 15, Isaac Covert. Halfbacks, Bismarck Wright and Rain Storm. The other wide receivers are Devin Lloyd and Ezekiel Bear alongside Ed Williams, as we mentioned before. Tight end Arnold Packa, and the offensive line is led by the center, Jasmine Swift. Strong eye formation. Two wide receivers out to the left. Lexington in a 4-3. Back to pass. Pressure up the middle, and that's a stack.
Wow, the fifth rusher gets home against Isaac Covert, and what a way to start by this defense of Lexington. If anyone was hungry for getting into the playoffs, well, Lexington sure is showing the part.
Big power move from the defensive tackle, Brenda Puff, who just gets home practically unblocked. 2nd and 16 now. I formation, 3 wide. Lexington answering in a nickel. Back to passes Covert again.
Wow.
Over the middle. Pressure coming. Lloyd was hit as he was the intended target, but there was nothing doing. 3rd and 16.
And Lexington just rushed 7 there. Both 2 linebackers out of the nickel formation and then an extra safety. So that pressure definitely got to Covert in that one.
Empty backfield, Covert with 5 targets. Man in motion from left to right. Back to pass, obviously. Pressure coming. He feels it. He throws. Middle. And that is deflected. Lots of gray jerseys in the area. Nothing doing. They're going to have to punt.
I thought I saw number 40 Big O Renfro amongst there, but they'll credit a bit of that defense to number 28 as well.
For sure. We'll see what we can do to introduce the Miners defense whenever San Jose has an offensive drive next. For now, back to punt. High. Fair catch called for. Love that decision. You never want to field a punt with gunners in your face.
Exactly. They were already in position. So good call on that fair catch.
And that was Alexander West, no relation on the fair catch call there, wide receiver. Under center, you can see number 7, Ethan Flowers. We'll introduce the rest of the team after this play. 1st and 10, Lexington on the 34. Man in motion. CJ Parrish going from bottom to top. Back to passes Flowers. Throwing right side. Caught.
Wow.
First down. West in traffic.
Nice throw by Flowers there. Alexander West running a mostly vertical route. Cuts to the corner just a bit, and that was just enough room for him to make the catch. Everyone else on the wide receiver core running flats, and that one vertical route just opened up the defense.
One-on-one with the cornerback. That looked like Tavius Gordon, who got out-caught on that play. Running up the center. That's a big 7-yard run. Deion James with an impressive start to his day. calling out the other halfback in the backfield, Michael Grant Jr. A couple other wide receivers we have here, Riley Porter Jr. We've mentioned C.J. Parrish, tight ends Neil McNeil, Jimmy Wint, and the offensive line led by the tackle Landon Stone. 2nd and 3, weak eye form. Running up the middle again. Plenty of room. Oceans of space. Michael Grant Jr. gets the first down and then some.
Yeah, the defense just playing really soft, which is surprising. I guess both 2 runs now down the middle, especially when you're faced against Joker's formation. You kind of expected more in the box there, but San Jose, you mentioned an ocean opening, more like a sky of opening for Lexington.
3 receivers, Flowers hands off left side and nowhere to go. Deion James not able to break the impressive tackle that was laid by the inside linebacker Jad McPherson. An impressive power move to just make a gap disappear. 2nd and 10. 3 wide receivers, single back. Flowers back to pass, looking, has time, throws right side. Off the hands of the defender, the safety 31 had an opportunity to make a play, but could not bring it in. 3rd and 10. And Lexington does not have a kicker, a star kicker, so they need to get closer if they want to try and get 3 points on the board here. Bunch formation, trips to the right side. Pressure coming, weak sides. Pass, right side. That's caught.
He's there.
And no. That is an incredible catch by Riley Porter Jr.
Incredible catch. Also an incredible throw. What a dot thrown by Ethan Flowers to find his guy. And that's just a simple vertical go route. Nothing else to it. But I guess simplicity works. And it's just bang, bang, touchdown.
Magic on the defense there, who was trying to make a catch there, but ultimately found herself out of position, and that lets Porter scamper into the end zone for 6. Kick is up, and it's good, and Lexington takes the lead 7-0. 6-play, 66-yard drive. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I feel like the defense really gave the opportunities to Lexington there, Alex. Between the wide open running down the middle that Lexington was able to find, and then just those deep throws on man coverage. And they just took advantage of what they were given, and boy, did it pay off.
Sure did, and that's a return up the middle from Bear, who gets to the 31-yard line. Ezekiel does get some yardage for his team after not being targeted, not having any opportunities to make an impact on the last drive. We'll see what adjustments the Flight have on their second drive of the game. Now behind 1 score. Weak eye formation, 2 receivers to the right side, fullback in motion. Lots of hands on the ground. A run to the left side. Plenty of room, but the swarming gray jerseys get on site. Iggy Turner responding, the outside linebacker, to seal up that running lane, only 4 yards. I formation. A number of bodies in the box in response from Lexington. Some motion, some reconfiguring by the defense. And a pass left side, and that is going to hit the ground, looking for the tight end or perhaps the fullback moving over the left side. Nothing doing.
3rd and 6. At the very least, way better than the 3rd and 16 they were at the first drive. Medium routes, flat routes are now more open, available for them. We'll see what they do. They line up in I spread here.
Lexington responding with nickel. Expecting a pass, but ready for the run if it happens. Lloyd in motion from left to right. Covert back to pass. Pressure coming. And defended, but it's caught. The ball was delivered expertly. Ezekiel Bear makes the catch. First down. Look at that. Physical work by the defender. A big hit levied by the cornerback, who ultimately allowed that catch to go through. But Notice that the San Jose is throwing away from number 29, the star corner, Mike Bird, leading the league in interceptions with 4. Back to pass is Covert again. Throwing right side and hit.
Oh.
His man, Lloyd, brings it in. Hit as he catches, and this time he brings that one in, redeeming himself for earlier the first drive.
Yeah, Devon Lloyd, definitely one of the players to look out for in this flight roster. One of the fastest and most agile players, even in the major league, and he is here, the minor league, showing that he can ball out.
For sure, definitely a linchpin of this minor secondary. 1st and 10, strong I formation, 2 receivers from San Jose, and they will run it. Storm on the right side has plenty of room and only gets 6, though. Great response from the boys in gray. The home crowd definitely appreciative. But San Jose is marching down the field. At this point, they are within range of the leg of Andrew Parker, their star kicker they signed in week 4. 2nd and 6. Plenty of hands on the ground. Running up the middle. There's room. And he rumbles forward for 3 yards. Bismarck Wright spelling rainstorm on that one.
A little ungenerous on that yardage gain. Almost felt like a 4 or 5 yarder, but they'll take it 3rd and 3. We saw them throw in this situation last time. It's only a 1 wide receiver set, though.
Strong I formation. More hands on the ground than hands on hips. Miners playing a 4-3 in response. Run up the middle. Rainstorm is stopped. Wow. Huge stop by Iggy Turner again. 4th and inches. And they will go for the field goal. Use this opportunity to introduce the Miners defense, who just did an outstanding stop. Defensive end Baron Went. Defensive tackle Brenda Puff, who got a sack to basically make that first drive a non-factor, as San Jose makes it 3-7. 8-play, 48-yard drive. Other players on the team, we've got inside linebacker Casper Haddock, cornerback, of course, Mike Bird, free safety Big O Renfro, and Renfro. Strong safeties Kev Say Jr. and Johnny Savage Jr. Now San Jose kicking off to the home team. Crowd on their feet. And that'll be fielded and returned for some serious speed. Brings up CJ Parrish, who brings it to the 34. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join the Community button and begin your career, or just to meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. Flowers under center, ace formation, 4 wide.
Only 3 in the front of the defense for San Jose too. Interesting.
They've got a lot of secondary pressure, not a lot of front 7 pressure. Toss left side. James with oceans of space. Gets 6 yards on that one before brought down by the free safety, Willie Bands. Let's introduce the other flight defenders. We've got K Magic, Elijah Quick, and Tavius Gordon in the secondary as the cornerbacks. Outside linebacker King McNeely, inside linebacker Jad McPherson, who we mentioned before, and the defensive end Ma Booker. Handoff right side. James is smacked as he gets across the line of scrimmage. Big hit levied by Caldwell. 3rd and 3.
Finally whipping out their bear defense formation against what was obviously a telegraphed run, and that gets them only 1 yard. That's the kind of defense they wanted in the previous drive against the run.
Single back, 3 receivers. Flowers back to pass. Has time. Throws right side. Finds his man, but his hit. Oh, wow. What a hit from the safety who jars that one loose. West is kicking himself after dropping that one. 4th and 3. That's a drive ender.
I know. The ball was in his hands already, but you mentioned it. The hit jarred the ball loose, and any wide receiver would be frustrated at themselves for that one.
Punt is away, Big stop by San Jose. Fair catch called for by Ed Williams. And San Jose will pick up on their own 21, 3:28 to go in the first quarter. And Isaac Covert will come out in the strong eye formation, 3 wide receivers. Looks like San Jose is looking to keep the defense guessing on if they're going to pass or run. Toss right side. Rainstorm has room, but is swallowed up by a group of gray jerseys. Looks like 2 people made that tackle, Casper Haddock, and I'm not sure who else.
I will say, though, that the secondary, their recovery on the run defense has been pretty good, despite the front 7 being blocked almost on every occasion.
Indeed. Lots of hands on the ground. Weak eye jokers, it looks like. 2nd and 6. Hand off, left side. Plenty of room. Ball on the ground. Scooped up. Oh, no.
Oh, jeez.
Big hit levied by Big O Renfro, who jars the ball loose from Bismarck Wright, who puts the ball on the ground, and that is quick thinking by Casper Haddock, who just falls on it to give the Miners the offense the ball back almost immediately.
Wow, what a turn of events, and already in the almost inside the red zone, almost in field goal range too.
Back like he never lost the ball at all, handing to the right side. Nowhere to go for Dion James, who only gets 2 yards. Big response by the San Jose Flight to not allow any big runs this time.
And looks like Lexington trying to run off tackle where their star tackle Landon Stone and one of their tight ends are lined up. A good strategy, in my opinion.
Blitz coming from the right side. Flowers with time, but he overthrows his target. Looks like a little physical contact between the cornerback and the wide receiver disrupted the route. And that's legal within the first 5 yards of the snap.
I think K-Magic had a chance at the interception too. They're hurting themselves. They almost had that one. They could have turned the ball back there with it.
Could have been, but what could have been is no longer here. 4 receivers. Porter Jr. in motion from right to left. Back to pass. Flowers looking. Has time. Throws. Middle. Intercepted! Oh. You called it! And that is Elijah Quick snagging that one in. Alexander West is injured on the play. What a turn of events. Big swing for the San Jose Flight. The Miners in disbelief. First and 10, San Jose Flight takes over on offense. 1 turnover begets another. Strong eye formation now. Was originally a weak. Handoff up the middle and parting the sea.
Very nice.
Bismarck Wright with all kinds of room. Gets 6 yards on that one.
They have been attacking the ground game pretty consistently. 4 carries there, but their game plan seems to be put themselves in good position on 2nd and 3rd down.
For sure. Handoff right side. Rainstorm gets some yardage there, but funky spot. And
I thought that was a quarterback.
Lexington.
Oh, no.
And that's Kev Say Jr. that's on the ground. The injury bug biting the Miners in all kinds in both offense and defense. I think he's able to get off under his own power.
We're hoping he comes back. We're hoping we get an update from him, but we'll see.
Both him and Alexander West. 3rd and inches. Ball practically on the first down marker. Plenty of hands on the ground. Split backfield. Is it going left or right?
Good question. I say down the middle. Nope.
Tossed left. Storm with room. Shucks 1 tackle. Sees the daylight. Wow. Big rumble. Powerful running.
Great effort by Rainstorm. Following his lead blocker, finds only one guy to beat. He beats him on the tackle. and gets tackled out of bounds for a huge gain. That is incredible individual effort by Storm.
And he's been one of the best running backs in the minor leagues on paper. So to see them go to him in this situation is not surprising. Left side run, plenty of space. The block is thrown, and 2nd and inches. Bismarck Wright gets almost 10. The Miners not responding to this impressive run game by the San Jose Flight. They're tripped up on what the name is.
Yeah, that's a good point. Expecting an air game, but it seems like they're just on the ground. They are now a chucking company, it seems.
Plenty of hands on the ground for San Jose. Only 3 defensive linemen from Lexington. And it's a run up the middle. Storm gets the first down and then some. Gets about 4 yards, but he doesn't even need 1 to move the chains.
It's been, 3 back-to-back runs, Alex? It has been working well for them, and I'm not surprised they're going to try to go back to the well. Even if they go back here.
Exactly. It's not broke. Why fix it? Running to the right side. Finally, Lexington sends a blitz, expects the run. Big O Renfro getting the tackle in the backfield. He's everywhere today.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, that's what you like in a free safety, someone who can play the run defense, but also does well in coverage. And Renfro coming all the way from Florida, too. His expertise is much well desired.
Passing right side, intercepted! Look who it is! Mike Bird extending his league lead to 5.
Wow. You said this earlier. They're trying not to throw to Mike Bird. Well, he's going to go to where you throw anyway. In this instance, actually, they threw to him, and Bird made them pay. Alex, Lexington's defense is on point tonight.
The Orange Crush looking to keep the home faithful happy tonight, despite an errant pass and some unfortunate injury luck so far. Ace formation, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Toss right side, plenty of room. Deion James has so many blocks from the receivers, he doesn't even get touched until he's practically at the 30-yard line.
Wow, you mentioned the block-in. That very first blocker on one of the linebackers, on I think McNeely, was just incredible.
And there is your first quarter in the books. Back and forth. It is a 1-score ball game. The home team up by 4. And welcome back to the second quarter of play. Lexington driving down the field with the ball on the 30-yard line. 3 receiver set. Run to the left side. James has plenty of room. Throws his shoulder down. Gets some extra yards after the contact. 2nd and 1.
I like how Lexington has been using their wide receivers as run blockers, making use of the overloaded side where more receivers are and running that way. That's the 9 yards you got there.
Running to the right side, and they do give Michael Grant Jr. the 1-yard gain there. It's a bit of a questionable one, but it's one that the referees say, yeah, he got it. Enough forward progress. No flag on the play either. No challenge. Toss to the left side. James is getting great blocks. Doesn't shimmy his way out of trouble, though, as the Flight saw the run was coming, thought it was coming, and responded appropriately.
Yeah, great response for sure. Interesting play call there by Lexington. They had Landon Stone pull out and be an edge blocker out from his tackle position, and only 2 yards gained, though. Good defense.
3 receivers again. But another handoff up the middle. Grant Jr. has so much space. Gets 8 yards before he's even touched. 3rd and 2. Inside the red zone. Almost point-blank range. Surely this is chip shot.
It's a chance to go for a first down, though, with only 2 yards to go. It's their heavy set here. Pierce locked, it looks like.
expecting a collision at the line of scrimmage. And it's a run up the gut. James gets it and more. Bringing it to the 4, maybe the 3, depending on the spot. First and goal, Miners.
Ian James and Michael Grant Jr. have been tearing up the ground game for Lexington. But really, it's the blockers who keep finding themselves in the second level, whether they're, the lineman getting there or a wide receiver providing a second level block.
Goal line formation from the defense. Strong eye formation. Run up the gut. And that is it. Pay dirt for Michael Grant Jr. And Lexington extends their lead, and it's a 2-score game.
And this drive, although started near the touchdown zone, is basically a lesson, a masterclass on blocking and incredible blocking for the run game. It enabled this drive to be purely on the ground all the way to the end zone. That's an easy 6 for Lexington.
Making it look effortless to the home team as they put that one through the uprights. 7-play, 54-yard drive, and it felt like it was going to be a bit long. It felt like it was going to potentially take longer, but the defense didn't put up much resistance to this run game.
No. Well, we'll see if their offense has anything to say about that. Their drive before this was looking good, Alex. It was just the unfortunate turnover that ended that previous drive. Could have been a points on the board the last time they were out here with their offense.
Could have been. Ezekiel Bear returning that ball to the 33 on that one. Riley Porter Jr. playing special teams, laying the hit on that one. Covert taking over under center. Looks like Bismarck Wright's in the backfield. Weak eye formation. 2 receivers to the right. Nickel from Lexington. Pressure coming from the right. Handoff up the middle. Plenty of space. What a run! Bismarck Wright with an easy 20 yards.
I know, and you're right. What a run. I mean, sure, they were blocking, but he also made a couple juke moves there. And a huge way to start this drive, trying to replicate Lexington's success on the ground with their own success on the ground. And wow, what a play.
The Miners did look weak on the ground. Center. Covert passing to just over to the left side. Looks like left center-ish. 5-yard gain. Bear got hit as he caught that one, but managed to maintain possession.
Nice short pass to make things up. Keep your running back's legs a little more fresh.
Lots of hands on the ground. Handoff up the middle. Rainstorm getting enough. They say. Lots of friendly spots for the offenses from these refs today.
I know. I was about to say nice tackle to prevent the first down, but refs are giving it to them, and coaches are not challenging those placements either.
Hanging on to it for what they think might be a more critical juncture than just making a second and inches. Three receivers in side formation. Covert back to pass. Has time, looking middle, nothing to it. Some physicality. Devin Lloyd getting into some incidental contact with his defenders. Could have maybe seen some DPI there, but the flags don't hit the ground.
I think he got into a jam initially and never got out of it, and that's what looked like what happened there at the tail end of that play.
Strong eye, handing to the right side. Storm cuts back inside, gets 3 when it looked like there might have been nothing.
Magician.
3rd and 7. What do you think? Are we seeing a pass here, or are we actually going to see a run as a fake out?
High chance they're going for a pass here. If they go for a run, they still need to be within field goal range to put any points on the board, which they currently are not.
I formation with 3 receivers. Covert's looking. Pressure coming. Throws middle. Has his man. And they spot it as a first down for Devin Lloyd.
Another generous placement by the refs.
It looked like Lexington maybe sent 7 on that one.
It looks like.
Covert read the blitz and found the one-on-one matchup where his man had a step. Handoff left side and nowhere to go. Bismarck Wright swallowed up. 3-yard gain still, but
Yeah. I will say good on the defense and recovery because the fullback made a nice block to initiate that run on the edge, but the secondary was there to clean things up.
pro formation, plenty of hands on the ground, throwing right side in the flat. Rainstorm catches it, gets 3 yards, 3rd and 4. And that's a big open field tackle by the outside linebacker there.
San Jose very methodical this drive. This is just about the third down they've had in this one alone.
Back to pass, Covert looking, has his man in the middle, but he is hit as it arrives. Bear not able to bring that one in. 4th and 4, but this one looks to be within range of Parker's leg. We'll see if they call him up.
They will.
They will. Hold your breath, folks. It's up. And it's off the post. No good.
How close? It hit. It doinked. It doinked.
Square off, and it doesn't have the chance to reflect back in. Big turn of events. Lexington gets the ball without even having to do a kickoff return.
Unfortunate, and what could have been only a 1-score game by being down 8 is still a 2-score game. They're still down 11.
And Lexington still gets the ball back at the half.
That's
Toss
true.
left side. James has space and gets 5 yards. Some impressive one-on-one blocking to seal up the pressure. Landon Stone coming in clutch there, as well as one of the tight ends. I think that might have been Neil McNeil who threw that block on the other blitzer.
Landon Stone, great block. I think he was the first blocker that actually gave room for James to make that huge run.
Eye Jokers, hand off to the right side. Grant has nowhere to go. 3rd and 4, swallowed up. Archuleta making the tackle there. Great response by the flight.
Yeah, actually, I think the gaps were sealed, and he tried to bounce outside, and that little bit of a indecision got him.
Indecision is killer. You got to be quick here. 3rd and 4. The speed of the game is fast. Flowers back to pass, looking, throws middle, throws deep, but overthrows his man. Just too much mustard, and Riley Porter Jr. couldn't come up with it. 4th and 4. They'll have to pump this one away. There's no way that their kicker can make this one.
And with a lot of these minor league players, you look at plays like that, and A, it could be that Flowers overthrew him, or B, it could be Porter Jr. didn't have quite the speed to get it. But with the minor league, developments like that could be improved upon.
They sure can. It's something to watch year after year as folks come back. Alexander West last year returning to the minors, not having as big of a year. Instead, the breakout receiver for this year's minors team is CJ Parrish.
Yeah.
Covert under center, I formation, 3 receivers set. Nickel formation from the minors. Bear in motion. Play clock winding down. Rolling out to his left. Has time. Throws. Intercepted!
Oh.
Read all the way. The safety was on site and on watch for that one. And Covert just threw it right to a gray jersey.
He ran the route perfectly. Wow. The pivot by number 17, Devon Lloyd, to cut back inside, and the safety just followed suit. The perfect route, run to counter, leads to the interception, and here we go again, Lexington.
And this is the second time this game that the Lexington offense has taken over with great field position directly after a punt. Run that might have gone somewhere, but doesn't go for very far when you see how much space there was. Only 3 yards gained.
Yeah, there was a lot of space, but that was the one unblocked, I believe, linebacker, and that's what got to him. Otherwise, Could have gone for maybe 6 or 7 yards.
Two tight ends with hands on the ground to the right, handing off that direction. Plenty of traffic, and looks like Grant Jr. picks up 4 on that one. His small 5'6" frame, but 220 weight.
220.
He is a bowling ball.
He is very dense and compact, so to speak.
Can shimmy in through those holes, but still feels like a runaway freight train. Back to passes Flowers, looking left, finds his man. First down, and that is the tight end Jimmy Wint with his first catch of the day.
Yeah, just throw it to someone on an easy route where the defender is on his back. Throw a nice ball to where only he can receive it, and good catch there. Only short yardage was needed, and they got it.
3 receivers, but it's a toss to the right side, and that's a huge stiff arm by Dion James.
Yeah.
The safety helps make that one not be for anything more, but someone just got absolutely sunned on that one.
Someone got a ticket to the Shadow Realm.
Oof. There is your 2-minute warning, folks. Lexington driving down the field with great field position thanks to their defense. Flowers under center with the pro formation. Looks like 2 tight ends on either side. Porter Jr. going from bottom to top. And that's a handoff up the middle. Grant Jr. with plenty of space. Gets the first down and then some. 1st and goal, Miners. The clock winding down. We'll see if they just stick to the ground to try and work off as much clock as they can before they have to give the ball back to San Jose.
Yeah, San Jose overplayed the edges there, and that just meant there was no one left in the middle. An easy 11-yard carry there, and it's 1st and goal at the 7.
Creative call by the offensive coordinator. Misdirection. Oh, what a truck! Oh, no! What? Dion James running with vicious intent.
Yeah, Michael Grant Jr. isn't the only bowling ball. Dion James said, I also weigh 220. Let me bowl them over it. Surely one of them was also sent to the Shadow Realm.
Goal line against Strong Eye, and that's a handoff to Michael Grant Jr., who's not able to pick up that much on that one. 3rd and goal, timeout called. All right, putting you under the headset here, buddy. Mark, what's the call? Pass to the flat?
Ooh, they might toss it here. Either toss or a dive by the halfback, we'll see.
Ooh. Passing, Flowers throwing right. It's a drag. It's bobbled. It's caught.
Whoa.
Riley Porter Jr. with the nice hands catch of the game, brought to you by Rectroid for a touchdown. Put our Rectroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in an SFL 4K23. And that is incredible.
Oh, wow. It's so good. It's a nice hands catch that followed the bad hands that forced the ball to bounce in the first place, and then makes that incredible one-handed catch. What a play by Riley Porter Jr.
The extra point is good.
And that one goes through. Lexington up now 3 scores, 21-3 over the visiting Flight, and this one's starting to get out of hand.
What a play. That was incredible to see. Bubbling up and then touchdown. That is very rarely that I see such a play happen.
That's one of the best touchdown catches I've ever seen. Bear returning up the middle, throws a stiff arm, but no one's there. He's got a lane. He's got yards. He's across almost at midfield. Great position for the Flight offense with very little time remaining.
And if there are any major league coaches out here scouting out some games for potential recruits in the draft by December, well, Bear is making a case for himself as a ball returner.
Certainly. Special teams extraordinaire, but he's also not been bad at catching the ball tonight either.
True.
We'll see if they look his way again. Covert under center. Storm in the backfield. 3 receivers out. Miners in nickel. Back to pass. Going left side. Intercepted all. Bobbled off the hands. Wallace is kicking himself, saying, I could have snuffed it out right there. I could have.
Could have been number 3.
Covert not having the best night so far tonight. Some questionable decision-making. He needs to get it together to give his team a chance. I formation where the fullback goes to the left side of the line of scrimmage. Covert looking. Throws right side. No one there. Looks like it was a big hit laid on Lloyd as that ball was arriving. No flag on the play. 3rd and 10.
And it also seems like these defenders are just ahead on the routes against San Jose. So whenever Covert tries to throw to a receiver, a defender is already there at the intended spot.
4 wide receivers, but he throws to the flat. And that is a questionable decision to run out there by Bismarck Wright, who shepherded out, not aware of where he is in relation to the sideline.
Yeah.
The clock stops, but that's 4th and 8.
Gonna work on a bit of his agility during the next weeks or so, but it's 4th and 8. It is the reality of that play. They'll have to live with it.
Indeed, and they're going to punt it away for the Miners to have one last drive before halftime. That one will be returned for absolutely no yardage. Oh, Porter Jr. Riley, what are you doing there, buddy? I just said at the start of this game, you don't want to field those. You just take pain for no gain. I'll beat that drum as long as I'm in the broadcast booth, folks. 1st and 10, bunch receivers to the left. Flowers maybe looking to pass here. And he is. Has time. Throws deep. Cannot find his man. Bodies all over CJ Parrish.
Yeah, although that pass was incomplete, I got to shout out the lineman of Lexington picking up some pass protection over there. There was pressure on the left side. I think Landon Stone again on the nice block there, but still incomplete. It's 2nd and 10.
They've been keeping Flowers' jersey clean all night. Great job so far. Throwing over the middle, and that is caught.
Good throw
by Flowers. Or not thrown by Flowers, caught by Parrish for 6 yards. And looks like they will let this one go to the half after that. No timeout called. While we wait for this to hit halftime, let's see if they get one more play off. And he has time. He is rolling. Throws. Intercepted! Back and forth! Fumbled! Picked up right off the lineman who's running down the field. And that is your half, folks.
2 turnovers in one play. 2 turnovers in one play.
Well, folks, this kind of wild and wacky action is why you watch the SFLM.
Yes,
Forget
sir.
about the score. The play is top tier. Lexington 21 over the Flight at 3. What kind of adjustments does San Jose have to make at halftime to get back in this game?
Well, I tell you what, they got to make some huge adjustments on their passing game. They've been killed by those turnovers. I mean, sure, there was the fumble at the very end there, but I'm talking about the almost 3 interceptions. They had 2. So many pass deflections. I think there was also 1 fumble actually that Lexington forced against San Jose on the ground game. So really, it's been a question of can they keep protecting the ball, because they've been generating some pretty good drives, I think, Alex. But turnovers are a killer, man.
And it surely has been the tale of San Jose's game tonight. And at various points their season, they have struggled with turnovers. We will see what they can do to adapt, what adjustments they make. But they do have to kick off back to the Miners, who have the ball to start the second half. And it is away. Fielded, and Porter Jr., who shimmies his way up, gets to the 37-yard line. Offense will take over.
Good little shimmy. Makes himself skinny. Gets to the 37 yard. Actually, one of the better returns tonight off of a kickoff.
Excluding the sensational 49-yard
Right.
return we saw earlier. The final block of SFLM spring action continues tonight at 9 Eastern when the Nashville Tempo try to clinch a first-round bye in Fall's playoffs hosting Chicago, plus a Philadelphia at Bossier City. It's all coming up next right here on SFL YouTube. Handoff up the middle, 1st and 10. Deion James is brought down this time. Great tackle. Looked like Willie Bands who sealed up that one, but still 8 yards.
I think, again, that was against the 3-man front that San Jose sometimes likes to put out, and those runs down the middle are really killing San Jose on those defensive fronts.
Miners will run it again. Grant Jr. off the right side, who goes too wide, doesn't go inside, tries to follow his blocks too far, lost it 2 yards, 3rd and 4.
A bit of zone blocking by the offensive line, maybe trying to run some outside zone running, but too far outside, and the defense able to recover quick.
Flowers back to pass, throws to the right side, and that one is deflected. Looks like it almost could have been intercepted by the linebacker. Questionable decision to throw that one in there. 4th and 4. Looks like they may have been C.J. Parrish who was the intended target. Good stand by the flight defense to immediately snuff out an offensive drive where the ground game was punishing at first. Returned, broken tackle, but no more than that. Ed Williams stopped on the 28.
So we'll see here if the offense have put into action some adjustments. Earlier, they kept throwing. There was a one time they threw to Mike Bird. That was one of the turnovers, and another one that was just an underthrown pass on a well-covered receiver. They tried to throw this time to wide open receivers, I think is the plan.
Handoff left side. Rainstorm swallowed up by the defense, and that one is a hit that's initially made in the backfield by Iggy Turner. Some churning legs by Rainstorm to just get back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
A great play by Iggy Turner, already there at the spot, on the edge, read the play, makes the nice tackle.
Pro formation, back to passes covert, throwing right side, and that one is a difficult ball to hit where you need to. He throws it where only Devin Lloyd could try to make a play on it, but Lloyd didn't have a chance as the defender laid the hit as the ball arrived.
But also pressure by the defensive line, just forcing a rushed throw.
For sure, creative blitz package dialed up and issued. 3rd and 10. Back to pass again. Looking left side. Finds his man. Double covered as Devin Lloyd. It does not matter. Making up for previous failures, and he comes up with a big 1st down catch.
Yeah, this time showing his hands here. Turns around at the very last second to make the catch. Hangs onto the ball despite getting hit by 2 mean defenders, and that's a nice play by Devon Lloyd.
Looks like a zone coverage where Casper Haddock was picking him up first, but that ball came in before he entered the zone of Bird, who was also on that tackle. Throw over the middle and hit and levied as the ball arrives. Not that time. Lloyd is just going to be feeling this game after he goes to the locker room. No doubt about it.
Got all the ice packs. Lexington also, another one of their creative blitz packages, blitzing 7 rushing to covert. That's a difficult blitz to try to throw from.
9 targets, 3 receptions. Lloyd is having his best day he can, but the defense is determined to make him pay for every attempt. Rolling out to the left. Covert throwing. Finds his man again. Bear puts it in between 2 gray jerseys. A dangerous spot, but perfectly delivered. And what a 1st down again. Covert is finding ways to move the chains.
Of all the passing plays by San Jose, the rollouts have been their most successful. There have been a couple in the first half that also converted for 1st downs on deep throws. And again, that one throw to Bear. Ooh. 2-yard gain there by Dion James, forced by a quick tackle by San Jose. 2nd and 8. Oh, that ball batted down.
What an incredible work by the Lexington defense, who had plenty of guys up near the line of scrimmage, but then were able to just get plenty of hands in the sky.
Yeah. Jumping up, climbing the ladder, and makes a nice deflection.
3rd and 8. Back to pass, pressure coming, and that's a big sack to seal the 4th down. What a job by Baron Went, the edge rusher, 6'7", 290, coming across unblocked.
Speed, he was blazing downfield, well, I guess upfield, cuts in, makes the sack, unblocked. What a play.
Quick score update on the other game. It's about to be the 2-minute warning over in Pittsburgh, and they are up 24-0 over the visiting Adams, as as Lexington calls a fair catch on the 18.
We got 2 potential blowouts here. We'll see if the losing team has anything to say about that. But, I mean, Lexington has the ball now with their chance to extend their lead.
Definitely something where they might be trying to get back in rhythm, as they have not scored this half. Porter Jr. in motion. Still no sign of Alexander West on the field. He's still missing. Toss play to the left side. Dion James has room. Gets 9 yards on a storming, stumbling run.
They really like those toss plays on the offset doubles formation, using those wide receivers as blockers, and works wonder. I mean, I'm not surprised. Gets them 9 yards.
They're getting lots of victories in the one-on-one blocking game, so why not? Run up the middle. Plenty of yardage gained by Michael Grant Jr. First down wasn't even a question after that. The 2024 SFL convention is headed to South Shore Harbor Resort in League City, Texas, just south of Houston on July 12th to the 14th, featuring live games, flag football, a golf tournament, tailgate, pool party, and more. For the convention details, visit simulationfl.net/news/convention to reserve your room, see the event schedule, and more, as Dion James picks up 5 yards and another run outside the tackles. Looks like the Miners came with a game plan to run the football and force San Jose to answer. Crows split back, handoff up the middle for Grant Jr., who picks up 3. And tell me, Mark, are you noticing what I'm noticing? I feel like they're running. It's not that James isn't running between the tackles, because obviously he is, but they're doing a lot more outside the tackles with James and between the tackles with Grant Jr. to take advantage of his size, I think.
And take advantage of the 2 tight ends and the 1-star tackle they have on the lineup as well.
For sure. Advantages to be had when you have lots of big bodies. Handoff up the middle. James gets it, breaks a tackle, has so much blocking, and throws another stroller. Gets across midfield almost to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 Miners.
They have only run the ball this drive. San Jose has yet to give an answer against this question. Can he stop us on the ground game? Well, Dion James poses a bigger question. Can he stop us from scoring this drive?
James up over the century mark in rushing yards. Wow. You can see there, only 16 carries, having a 7.1 yards per carry average. Absolutely monstrous stuff. San Jose showing blitz. Porter Jr. in motion. Tossing to left side.
Ooh.
And that is a great open field tackle. Grant Jr. not able to get past the edge. It's something where, he was signed in week 2. No one's expecting him to be a star bell cow back, but you notice that he's still got some ways to go in terms of upfield speed.
True.
but he'll get there. Under center, handoff up the middle. James tries to get skinny, breaks a tackle.
Oh,
Gets all the way, makes it only 1 yard to go after some determined running to just stay on his feet.
True, determined definitely is the perfect word there. I think some of the hits, in fact, put him back up, which is why he got back up there.
Strong eye formation. Plenty of tight ends on the ground. Grant Jr. gets skinny, gets first down and then some. And just churns his legs to get him inside the red zone. Lexington takes over gets to a 1st and 10. And this is another drive that looks like they're going to put points on the board.
Yeah, they're already in field goal kicking range. You were talking about how Michael Grant Jr. just needs to work on his upfield speed. I think he does have it in him. He does have the burst in there. Probably needs to work maybe a bit on consistency, but yeah, speed as well. But good play on that last one.
For sure. He's definitely got that. You definitely got that forward momentum. James with oceans of space gets the first down without even being touched. What can you even say? Looks like San Jose was playing a zone, didn't expect the run, and so James just found all kinds of space to run amok in.
It's funny you say didn't expect the run. They've only ran this drive.
Right? It's like when do you clue in, folks? Let's get some blitzes dialed up. And they will here, but it doesn't matter. Grant Jr. in for his 3rd touchdown of the game. Have yourself a day. Hat trick for Grant Jr.
You called the blitz, Alex. They sent the blitz, but they blitzed the Chinese wall. Or I guess the Lexington wall in this case. It was nothing they could do against Grant Jr. finding himself for a touchdown.
The big gray wall won every single one-on-one block. Made a hole wide enough for him to see a sliver of daylight, and he finds his way through to the second level. And then at that point, the linebackers swarm to him, but he's just churning his legs.
Exactly.
And that's 6.
The extra point is good.
10-play, 83-yard drive, 4:24 off the clock, entirely on the ground. What an unreal showing.
That's almost half a quarter on the ground.
And San Jose's defensive coordinator has got to be reeling. This plan that he dialed up today seems to be collapsing in front of him. Bear runs up the middle, doesn't get another electrifying return, but does push forward to get across the 30-yard line. San Jose will take over on the 33. And if they are going to get back in this ball game, it has to start now.
Yes. Has to start now. There's a bit of irony there, too, because they might want to start getting more aggressive on pass plays, speeding up their plays, getting downfield faster. But that also opens up the opportunities for mistakes and turnovers, which is actually what killed them in the first half.
Certainly something that the Lexington defense is looking to take advantage of is any further risky passes by number 15, who is back to pass again. Has time, throws left side, finds his man, and that is run out of bounds. Good first pass, settle the nerves.
Yep. Good play to set the pace. A nice 9-yard gain. Could have gotten first down there, but they'll take 2nd and 1. Trying to push for a run play here, perhaps.
I could have sworn that he ran out of bounds there.
I think they did.
Still running. Blitz coming up the middle. Run to the left side. Storm finds his way through the traffic and gets plenty of room to run across midfield. Takes 2 people to bring him down.
Great run by Storm here.
Ooh, what kind of blocking is that? He gets skinny between the blocker and the defender.
And the defender, yeah.
Creative pathing. You know, the defender is already engaged, already trying to shake loose, so when he pushes off the lineman, Storm just slipped through the gap. Back to pass, throwing over the middle. Finds his man again. 2nd and 3 now. And that's Devin Lloyd who snags that one and brings it into his chest. 4 targets, 10 completions, I think, but I'm not sure.
Nice throw by Covert despite the pressure in his face. tries to find his release valve, and that was Devon Lloyd, and a nice pass for 7 yards.
Jokers, handoff up the middle. Rainstorm goes nowhere. And that is a big tackle in the backfield by Iggy.
Iggy is a he, I believe. Finds himself in the backfield at the snap.
Having himself another tackle for loss today. He's been on it for the run. Back to passes, Covert throws, finds his fullback there, I think.
Think so.
And that is a first down. This drive is still alive. Clock ticking down almost to the fourth quarter. I formation. Back to passes, Covert. Looking, has time, pressure coming, throws left side, and barely snagged by Bear, almost picked off by the defender who gambled, missed, and so that's a completion for the San Jose. And that will be your third quarter, and we will be right back after this.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Covert looking, throws, and that's intercepted by Big O Renfro!
Shoelace catch.
Mistakes were made and taken advantage of. The brief break from the third to fourth quarter blanked Covert's focus, and there he throws straight at Renfro, who's happy to snag that one.
Yeah, that was more of a mistimed play as he throws where he thought his receiver would be, but didn't catch the receiver's number. The receiver actually outran his route. That's where you saw Covert throw to Renfro.
And Lexington will take over on their own 30-yard line. Handing off to the right side, James with space. And he gets a first down easily. Brought down, big run tackle saving made by Willie Bands. If Bands isn't there, he's been one of the last lines of defense against James all day, who's just been having his way.
I mean, both him and Grant Jr. sometimes as well, but the ground game, at least in the second half, unstoppable, Alex, unstoppable.
No other way to describe it. 19 carries, 145 yards for one back, and the other one has 3 touchdowns. Grant Jr. in the game again, tossed to the right side. Gambled, but missed tackled. That's one that the defender is going to be kicking themselves for. That could have been a big play blown up in the backfield, but instead it's an 8-yard run.
Wonder if that's the result of being 5'6". You're not used to tackling guy with a small stature as 5'6", and he misses the guy.
Overruns it, and instead it's a big run up the middle. James easily getting the first down on that one. And the clock will begin to wind down as it looks like the Miners are going in to put this game to bed by taking off as much time as they can off this drive, but maybe they're suffering from success a little bit. If they score too quickly, they'll just give the ball right back to San Jose, but since when is widening your lead a bad thing?
Exactly. Hey, scoring is good.
Toss to the right side again, and that time they read it correctly. Grant Jr. swallowed up.
Yeah, they definitely read that well. I think the motion of the wide receiver was in hopes that the defense were playing man to pull away an extra tackler, but nope, they read that well.
Hold up,
nice
folks.
tackle.
No running possible on this one. It's an empty backfield. 5 receivers, 4 to the right side. Big overload.
It's second down.
It is. Back to pass. Flowers has time. Throws left side, and Parrish is hit as the ball arrives. Nothing doing. 3rd and 8.
The offensive coordinator playing feisty with a huge lead.
They haven't had secondary hasn't had many opportunities to play pass defense tonight, and so when they have, they've been very physical about it. Back to passes Flowers, looking to the right side. Bounces off the hands of looks like off the hands of Jimmy Wint, who you know he's kicking himself.
He had that ball, and you're right. Could have had the catch there. That could have been the first down, too, as there was about a 5-yard separation from him and the closest defender. And it'll end as a punt instead.
If not first down, for sure a 4th and short, potentially one that you could convert if you decided to just go for it. But why would they go for it whenever they're up this much? Just punt the ball away. And San Jose is going to take over inside their own 20. Only 7:41 of game time left, and they are down by a bunch.
Or score game.
It's a tall order, but the offense looks game to play. There's no quit in them. Weak eye formation with 3 receivers. Fullback going in motion to become a 4th receiver. And it's a toss to the left side. Rainstorm gets swallowed up in the backfield, and guess who it is? Iggy Turner once again being a menace and denying any yards.
And
Second and 10.
Iggy Turner coming all the way from the other side of the field makes a great tackle.
Some incredible run stopping today by the linebacker. Big blitz coming. Response is picked up. Throws to Lloyd, who gets 5 yards on that one. Good response by Covert to find the short route.
That's the kind of plays they were hoping were more successful in the first half. Those in routes by Lloyd, take advantage of his agility to outrun his defender, and this time it works for 5 yards.
Back to pass again. Pressure coming. Throws right side, and that's off the great. And that's awesome orange gloves. Bird looking for number 6, but Mike can't come up with that one. 4th and 5.
Well, I wonder if they send out their offense here. Bird might have the chance again. Nope, it's a punt.
And that one is up. Plenty of hang time on it. And that one will be returned. And there's a flag on the play. We'll see what's called. Looks like a face mask on the kicking team. Incidental, so that's going to be some extra yards there. Just 5, I think. Midfield is where Lexington Miners will take over. Quick score update, checking in again on the Pittsburgh game. It is 6.5 minutes left to go. Pittsburgh 27, Albuquerque 14. Adams narrowing the gap here and trying to make a comeback in the second half. Flowers under center, strong eye formation. Porter Jr. in motion from right to left. And it's a handoff up the middle to James, who has so much space. Breaks one tackle, and it takes the safety coming over to help to even bring him to the turf.
Yeah, it's the tried and true play. It's either the toss with wide receiver blockers or just a nice run down the middle when the defense is showing light, run blocking down the middle.
And at this point, they've been running with authority the whole game. It hasn't stopped working. And at this point, that plays to your advantage because the defense has got to be tired. Another handoff to Grant Jr., who gets stuck on a guard, but still managed to push forward for 3 yards instead of no yards. Small stature paying off there.
Still, I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to the well, run the ball, keep churning the clock. That is objective number 1 at this point.
Lots of hands on the ground there. Only 2 wide receivers in a single back set. San Jose showing lots of bodies to line of scrimmage. Likely a blitz coming.
6 on the line.
And that's a toss to the right. Plenty of blocks up front. James lowers his shoulder, but does not get past the safety on that one. Only 3 yards there. 3rd and 4.
Hoping he could bowl one over tried to replicate the one guy he absolutely demolished earlier.
He's done that a couple of times tonight. Once with a stiff arm, one by just lowering the shoulder. Does not collect a third scalp there. Nickel formation for the defense. Run to the right side. But James is absolutely flattened. A rare single one-on-one tackle, and he is stopped at the line. 4th and 3. That'll be another key stop. But notice the time at this point is under 5 minutes, and that means that this game is basically over. Barring a miracle. Or as the home crowd would put it, a nightmare.
True. 4 minutes for a 4-5 score game. Things will have to happen, and they have to happen quickly.
For sure. And something to just state how decisive this game has been for this team. The home crowd, you hear erupting for a punt that goes out of bounds on the 10-yard line. They've been behind their squad the whole time. Big blitz from Lexington. Throws the left side, and that's caught.
That's good.
And they'll go to the hurry up now. Covert, 14 of 28, but he's going to keep slinging the rock. No fear. Another pass coming. Left side, finds his man, but there's a big hit laid by Big O Renfro to knock that ball out of Devin Lloyd's hands. Say Jr. doing initial coverage, but the additional help by Renfro there to make sure that one hits the turf.
Great coverage as always, especially trying to be on top of one of the top receivers of San Jose.
Lloyd in motion, playing in the slot. Looks like man coverage on him. Back to pass, blitz coming, but Bears open in the middle. Picks up a first down, basically uncovered off the line of scrimmage there. Hurry up offense. And he's back to pass again, throws to the flat, finds Lloyd, who is tackled behind the line by Mike Bird. The clock keeps running, and that's 2nd and 10.
That was the same exact play last time.
And they throw to the right again. They have been running that same play, and twice in a row, the defense stops it. 3rd and 10, Covert has to figure something out, and the offense has to dial up something special just to move the chains here. Three wide receivers to the right and one to the left. Covert back to pass. Blitz coming. Checks down to Storm, who gets tackled right at the line. What incredible response by Casper Haddock. 4th and 7. There's the drive dead.
They go for a no-huddle punt?
Question.
No, it's a fake.
Oh, and he's taken down. A cheeky play. The defense doesn't even bite. And that is a turnover on downs. Quincy Stewart on there with what's being called a sack. Technically, it's a sack, but you know,
yeah,
that's just one of those that you scratch your head a little. But you know, they had to do something. But that pro formation, lots of tight ends. Run up the middle, but that one's sniffed out and stuffed. Ma Booker, who comes off the block, finally wins his one-on-one against the guard there, slips inside and stops that run cold.
At least they're somehow stopping the run now. A little too late for it, though.
And they haven't been able to do that consistently multiple downs in a row. They haven't. It's one thing where Lexington says, oh, you stopped the run? Okay, fine. We'll switch to a quick pass. We'll get like 5 yards, 6 yards, and we'll reset your defense, and then we'll just run it again.
Yep.
Play clock winding down, Hope running out for the flight. Run up the middle. 3rd and 4. Good gain by James. You know he was hoping for more, but it's something where you got to be somewhat. Some point you got to accept that you're not going to have a 7 yards per carry average forever.
Right. I mean, he already had, I think at this point, nearing 200 yards already.
Good as he is, he's no Bullet Bolesky, but he's looking to be the next Bullet Bolesky.
True. Anyone can be the next Bullet Bolesky.
But only if you create that player and join the field, folks. Play clock winding down, hand off to the right. Oh, nope, up the middle. Grant Jr.
James.
gets
Oh,
the
Grant Jr.
first down. What a gutsy run by the little man who just has all kinds of pep in his legs.
No.
And that'll take you to the 2-minute warning as Grant Jr. is, holy moly, look at that stat line. 19 carries, 87 yards, also having himself a perfectly respectable day. A 1-2 punch from these Miners have been running all over this flight defense tonight.
Wow. 4.6 average. That's still nothing to scoff at.
And that's their halfback 2, folks.
Yes, sir.
Run left side, big blitz from San Jose. Lots of folks picked up, but James gets swallowed in the backfield. Cannot break the tackle. Tavius Gordon there gets the tackle in the backfield. What a big run stop by the flight. You clue in.
Definitely. They still got plenty more downs to try to get to. I think their next goal now, they're not going to get the win, but maybe let's try to see if we can put points on the board.
At this point, score a touchdown. Don't just be held to a field goal. Another run that goes nowhere for Lexington. San Jose burning another timeout. At this point, there's nowhere else to use it.
True.
3rd and 9. I formation, 3 receiver set. Big blitz from the defense. Run up the middle by James, who breaks one tackle, cannot break the second. 4th and 5. That'll be the flight's last timeout. Easy chip shot field goal for the Miners, who will happily take that one and just make this a insurmountable gap in the scant time left. So the Miners will be advancing to 5-1. San Jose goes to 1-5. Lexington wants to get a bye, and they can, but only if and only if the Nashville Tempo lose later on tonight. They need some help.
That is true, but we'll see what happens with that situation. Nashville going up against Chicago, one of the teams, I guess both teams transitioning to the major league as well, trying to put out their best stuff out there in the field tonight.
The third team also transitioning in this game tonight.
Oh, that's true.
Decent return. Ball on the 27. Williams brings it up. But while we've got a moment, SFLM Season 9 will resume in October with 6 more weeks of exciting action and improved rookies leading up to the postseason and the 2024 rookie draft in December. Stay tuned. The fall regular season schedule will be released in the next couple of weeks on simulationfl.net. Until then, thanks for watching the first leg of SFLM Season 9. Pass to the left side to Lloyd, who does get the catch despite some big hits laid by gray jerseys. Hurry up offense used, weak eye formation. 3 receivers, back to pass again, going to the weak side. Fullback will run that one out of bounds. First down, flight.
That's a good play this time because of the fullback.
That's one of the savviest plays I've seen Covert make. I've seen him make some incredible throws tonight because he's got he's got big game potential.
Right.
He's got big throw potential. He's just had a rough night tonight. But taking those short out routes when there's no coverage there is what you need to be doing. Blitz over the middle, but it's picked up. Throws it over the middle, and that one's caught. And that's a hurry up. Bear with the reception there, who's been sure hands tonight. 8 throws to 8 targets, 7 receptions. Throwing again, right side to big hit thrown on Williams as that ball arrives. And that one is going to be a tough one for him to be missing out on. He's not gotten the kind of targets and receptions that he is accustomed to. He's had much better nights than this, and he's played better than this before. Got to be something about just playing across from Mike Bird that makes things a little tougher. 2nd and 10. Big blitz coming.
Rush everyone.
And that's a reception. And there he is in space. Devin Lloyd across the 20. He's taken this one to the house. And the flight put points on the board, and they score a touchdown at last.
They kept throwing it to him all night. I think he's had maybe 50 targets already with how often he's been throwing it. And finally, he finds the one that gets him to the end zone. Devon Lloyd, pat yourself on the back. That is 6 points for you and the team.
That little breaking out route is where that ball was delivered, and he turns upfield so quickly. His little break and then catching and turning upfield was so quick that the safety, Kev Say Jr., didn't have a chance to respond or catch up. 43 seconds, touchdown scored. But unfortunately, even if you score a touchdown every 43 seconds, there's only 59 left in the game. Onside kick for the Flight here, who will never say die. And that's a flag.
That's a penalty.
That
Too short.
Too short indeed. And now they don't even have the option. They have to kick off. Oh, no, I'm wrong about that. I forgot.
They can onside, but if they flag this again, this time it's good.
Fielded, and that will be what does it. Fielded by Coleman, the cornerback. And now all we're going to see is a victory formation from Flowers to seal this one up as the Miners make the home faithful proud. So I've got to ask you just what your some initial takes, Mark. What do you think is the biggest, or who's your player of the game for this Miners squad? You've got some standout players on offense and defense.
There has been on the offense. Probably the most obvious one would have been James, with his incredible running. That I think at some point he was averaging 9 yards per carry at some point. On defense, you can point to many players on defense. Actually, defense was more of a group effort between Renfro, Say Jr., Haddock finds himself all over the field. Iggy Turner, all those players played well on defense. So if it was a defensive player of the game, it would have been more of a defensive team play of the game. Mine goes to Deion James, though.
I definitely understand your picking of Deion James there, especially after the authoritative running clinic he put on tonight. But some love has to be given to Michael Grant Jr., who gets a hat trick of touchdowns as halfback too.
Absolutely.
And Flowers will kneel it down for the final time as the Miners will go home triumphant. Thanks again for joining us tonight, and let's take a look at some stats after this one. But just an impressive showing by the Miners on both sides of the ball, who used the run game to great effect, clearly targeting the front formation and what they think is a stout secondary from the Flight, but a soft front seven.
Look at that, 330 yards to 286 rushing yards comparison. San Jose, not even 100 rushing yards. 266 for Lexington. That's incredible. 266 by a single team is plenty.
Unreal numbers, especially when you think that that's 330 yards of total offense, only 64 through the air. That just boggles the mind. Ethan Flowers not asked to do a whole lot for his team tonight, except be a leader and be a general.
Yep.
Well, thanks again for coming out to another week of SFLM action, the leadoff game. We're proud to have you. I have been your host, Alex West, and with me has been Mark Lopez. Back in the production truck, our host, our commissioner, Cameron Irvine. Thanks again, and have a great night.